We know that on Yutes Kislev we make a chalukas hashas. We divide the whole shas, all the Mesechtas, and people take different Mesechtas to learn throughout the year. And the Seder used to be by the Fabrengen of Yutes Kislev. They would give out cards, and each person would sign up on the card which Mesechta he's taking, and he would sign his name. And the cards would be sent up to the front, meaning up to the Rebbe, and then after it piled up, the Rebbe, after the Fabrengen, would take the cards with him. And people would sign up which Gemara they are taking for the coming year to learn as part of the Chalukas Hashas. Now, in the year of Tavshin Chav Gimel, I'm pretty sure if it's Tavshin Chav Gimel, maybe Chav Beis, but I think it's pretty sure Tavshin Chav Gimel, something different happened. That, B'shaz the Fabrengen, as the cards were coming up to the front, to the Bima, to the Rebbe actually looked through the cards, looked to see what each person is taking. And this was strange because B'derech Klal, the Rebbe did not look through the cards by the Fabrengen. I don't know what he did later, if he looked through the cards or not. But by the Fabrengen, he definitely didn't look through the cards. But by this Fabrengen, the Rebbe looked through the cards, which seemed to mean that he wanted to show, who knows exactly the Rebbe's kavanas, but he wanted to show everybody that he sees and he knows what you are taking. Now the MS is that some people were pretty nervous, because a few years before, which is Yutas Kislev Tovshin Yutches, something strange also happened. We know that Yutas Kislev was the Chalukas Hashas. They would give out the cards for the Shas. Unlike other big Fabrenges in the weekdays, where the Rebbe made a magbis, he made an appeal for different inyonim of tzedakah. And they would also give out envelopes, and people would sign up their name of how much money they're giving, or maybe they would put in the money, or just sign up how much they're pledging, and that would come up to the Rebbe. Yutas Kislev, there was no magbis, but instead of that, there was the cards for Chalukas Hashas. Yutas Kislev Tovshin Yutches, the Rebbe said there will be a Yetzim and a Klal, an exception. And he's going to make also a magbis. That people should sign their name, how much they're pledging. And the Rebbe said that this is special for the Shikun and Kfar Chabad, and the Rebbe is going to do this as a Yetzim and a Klal. And he said that since this is a Yetzim and a Klal, an exception, he's going to do another exception. He said, B'chlal, the Seder is, I don't mix in how much a person gives. I take whatever he gives. Now, it could be one of the two things, or I'm happy with what he gives, or I'm not happy with what he gives, but it makes no difference. I don't get involved. But since this is a Yetzim and a Klal, I'm also going to make a Yetzim and a Klal. And the Rebbe said, and I'm going to tell everybody how much I think they should give. And I'm going to do this by the Fabrengen. If I'll do it not by the Fabrengen, I don't know if people will give. But if I'll say to each person by the Fabrengen how much he should give, then for sure the person will keep it. And I know that the Eibishter is going to help, and he's going to get even more. That means that even if a person feels it's too much, that means that he's going to get more brachas. So no one should worry about it. And the Rebbe said also that he shouldn't wait to give the money in. He should give it in tonight or tomorrow, mainly before Shabbos. And this was not only b'negei the Fabrengen. After the Fabrengen, for those people who were not there by the Fabrengen because they live out of town, they didn't come for the Fabrengen, for Yutas Kislev, Rabbi Chadakov called each one of Anash, asking him how much he should give, how much he would give. Now by the Fabrengen, what the Rebbe did was that he looked through the names, the envelopes that person signed up, the papers the person signed up, and he would announce that so and so and so, give 3 times as much as you wrote. He wouldn't say how much he wrote. Give 3 times as much as you wrote. This time, this person, he said, this and this man, give twice as much as you wrote. The other one 5 times. The Rebbe, as much as the Rebbe felt that person should give. And also the people that Rabbi Chadakov called later to ask how much they give, the same thing happened. That the person would tell Rabbi Chadakov he's pledging so and so, and later on, Rabbi Chadakov called back and said that the Rebbe said to give twice as much, 3 times, whatever it was. I remember sitting in my house when Rabbi Chadakov called, it was Cleveland still, and I remember my father picked up the phone, Rabbi Chadakov called and told him the Rebbe is asking how much you're giving, and he said whatever amount he's giving. A day later, Rabbi Chadakov called back, and the Rebbe said, I think he said you should give 3 times as much, I'm not sure exactly, but he told him how much to give. And that's what happened by this Fabrengen of Yutas Kislev Tovshin Chai, that the Rebbe looked through the pledges and B'shas Maaseh announced how much people should give. When this happened, that the Rebbe looked through the cards of Chalukas Hashas, Yutas Kislev Tovshin Chav Gimel, or Chav Beis, people were nervous. They thought the same thing is going to happen. The Rebbe is looking through the cards, and he's going to make an announcement. Reb so and so, you wrote whatever you wrote, learn another Mesechta. You learn 2 more Mesechtas. It did not happen. The Rebbe did not do that, but Lepeil, the Rebbe did show that he knows exactly how much you took, and that made the person more achrayas. An interesting thing that happened, that when I was still learning then in Bedford Avenue, in the yeshiva in Bedford, two bochrim then, on the card that they wrote by Fabrengen, they wrote pretty many Mesechtas, and big ones. So I remember that a day or two or something after Yutas Kislev, they got a call, I don't remember from whom, I don't know if it was Rabbi Chadukov himself or one of the Maskirim, that the Rebbe on this card wrote, and I don't remember the exact Lashon, but the Teichon was, is it really that you plan to learn these Mesechtas throughout this year, and this is supposed to be Chutz L'Seder, that you really can do it, or is just written that way? And I think they answered, yes, they're going to learn, and if I remember correctly, they learned it. So we see that the Rebbe really took an interest, but that Fabrengen, Yutas Kislev, Tovshin, Chov Gimel, was an exception to this rule.